Trying to think about. I gotta put this into a song somehow. You ever start crying because, like, you think about how many times you almost died or worse? You're happy just to be here. I was at the beach in San Francisco and I just started crying. Thought about, like, all the times the police kept trying to put me in jail and shit. They were trying to give me like 3 years because I told the cop not to touch my private part and shit like that. I didn't mean to even get so specific, but it'd be shit like that. Look, I was at the beach tripping, like, they didn't want me to see this again. I was looking at the sky, I was looking at the ocean, I was looking at the sand, and just like, damn. They didn't want me to see none of this ever again. Let's make them pay for everything they tried to do to each and every one of us. You ever look at your family, scroll through, you feel me? Scroll through online or walk down the street. Look at your mom, look at your dad, look at your kids. And just remember that someone somewhere tried to take you away from them. Someone somewhere made it their mission to make it so that you would never see any of them ever again. They worked hard at that. They put effort into that. Think about that. I'm serious. The few times I was in jail, I was like, damn, look how hard they work at keeping people away from freedom. Look how fucking hard they work. They work hard at that. And they don't even do it to the people they need to be doing it to, which 9 times out of 10 is really they bitch ass. You see what I mean? Or people like them. If you could even call them people, which I don't usually. They tried to do that to me because some dudes tried to jump me and I stole they Bluetooth speaker. When the police caught me for stealing the speaker, they was using a lot of excessive force. I was like, okay, fine, you caught me. Handed over the speaker and just tried to surrender. You caught me, I stole something, you caught me, fine, whatever. They decided to do all types of extra shit to escalate the situation because they wanted an excuse to end my life. So that's 2 lawsuits I got to work on. King City Police Department, Fremont Mental Health. Recently, I got bit by some bug sleeping outside around here on the campus. We know how that goes. We know where this is going. But dog contacted emergency trying to get help for this painful motherfucking bug bite on my lower abdomen. Hella painful. They put me in a mental hospital instead of sending me to the emergency room, and had me in the mental hospital screaming in agony, and refused to give me any type of proper treatment for 2.5 days, if I'm not mistaken, for 3 days. So, King City Police Department and Fremont. I think it was the first hospital was at Antioch. I passed out on the floor and said I need help. They started grabbing me by my arms and bending my arms and stuff and threw me outside. And I said, I need help. What are y'all doing? Oh, no, because one of the EMTs was sexually harassing me and making me uncomfortable. And I said, look, I'm trying to cooperate, but keep that dude away from me. Look, see, this is what I be telling y'all. A lot of these people, just like I said, them cops, them bitch-ass niggas went through all that hard work at the police academy to be police officers so they could try to murder innocent people and touch people inappropriately and shit. Some people work in the medical field. What's the same reason? You went to medical school and everything and did everything you could do. So you could try to touch some dude when he tell you not to and shit like that. Niggas do that. Niggas do that. Bitch-ass niggas do shit like that. So they try to do shit to people that they don't want done to them, so they work hella hard to get in positions of power that they don't deserve. So look, there's a dude like that in the EMT. And I said, keep that dude away from me. I don't like it. I don't want him near me. I don't want him touching me. And they just act like they insist. Oh, I hate when people try to justify or make excuses for their coworkers that shouldn't have jobs. If that's the case, your stupid ass shouldn't be motherfucking working there either. Trying to make excuses for them. Oh, they the police. They gotta search you. Shut your stupid ass up. You don't let another nigga touch your fucking nuts. For any reason. The fuck? Kind of. No, look. I swear to God, I understand why Vegeta Sensei be just like, I'm gonna blow this whole planet up. I'm gonna just destroy this entire planet. I understand why. Because there be so many stupid people around here. I'm not talking about anybody that's around me now. Thank goodness. I'm right here in the hospital I was born in 33 years ago, April 9th. And I'm very happy to be here. You know what? I got a lot to say, and there's a lot of fuck shit going on. But right now, I'm going to focus on 2 places. Make sure these 2 places are doing great. I'm going to prioritize making sure. No, look. 3 cities I'm going to focus on. And just do everything I can every day to make these 3 cities better places. Berkeley, Oakland, SF. Everything else around there is going to get better. Oh, Richmond. I don't really go to Richmond like that, though. I ain't been to Richmond since I lived there with my mom when I was a kid. That Richmond is incredibly important too. Richmond is the reason. Richmond is where I lived when I finally got PS2 for Christmas when I was a kid. Playing backyard wrestling, which is the reason I became a juggalo. Ultimate Spider-Man, which where do I begin? How much that influenced who I am. My comic book company is called Cell Shade Comics, which is the art style you see in the Ultimate line of comic books, Ultimate Universe of Marvel. And I got introduced to that storyline and that art style because of that game. I could give a shout out to Jet Set Radio, but I wasn't. I'm trying to focus on Richmond right now. I played Jet Set Radio somewhere else, and that style Jet Set Radio is cool and I love it. No, Jet Set Radio Future specifically. Jet Set Radio Future is the first time I seen the cell shading art style. But I became a fan of it because of Ultimate Spider-Man. Jet Set, I actually like Jet Set Radio more than I like Jet Set Radio Future. I don't know why. I need to get a PS Vita again. I didn't mean to change subjects so much, but anyway. I didn't even plan to make this video so long. I was talking about something else. My fucking head hurts. What are y'all doing? They making my head hurt, so I get off the camera. And let me see if I can try to. You know what? Babe, what are you doing? Hmm?